Hello, and this is the basics of cognitive psychology. This is the idea about how information comes to us, where do we put it once it has come to us, and how do we get it back out again. In order to effectively manipulate information, we have to be aware of it. We have to actually sense it in some way. And like the old computer adage is garbage in and garbage out, if what you are perceiving is incorrect, it is not going to be stored. That is, it will be stored in that exact same form. It will be garbage. If you relate a piece of information incorrectly, you link it to another piece of information that it is not normally with, then it's going to be like one of those things where you say, I know, I will put object X in this new place because I couldn't find it the last time, and in this new place I will be able to find it. And when you do go back to try and get it, what you do is you cannot find it because it is in this new place. This is also the time of very basic computer technology, and hence people believed, rightly or wrongly, that the human mind was like a computer, that you have to digitize, you have to get information into a format that the brain can understand, and then you have to be able to find it later on. What I want to say for this part is there are actually two stories, but the one that I want to focus on is Elizabeth Loftus, Loftus. She's done a lot of studies on memory. And what they said, or what Loftus said, she showed participants a photograph of a vehicle that had been in an accident. In this particular case, there was no broken glass. There was the headlights and the windscreen were intact. They did not tell individuals what to notice or what not to notice. They just showed them this photograph and said this information is going to be important. What happened later on was they asked them how much broken glass was there on the ground, and many of the participants actually said quite a lot. That is, quite a lot of glass, not that they said volumes of information. So what happened then is, how did they make this error? Well, people simply have the idea that in an automobile accident, things break, things come apart, and hence they believed, incorrectly in this case, that there was a lot of broken glass. So what does this say about their level of understanding? In the other story, they were read a passage from a book, then asked what did they remember. The experimenters looked at what kinds of mistakes people made when they did try to recall the story, and then how did this change their understanding of whatever it is they were talking about before. Maybe there was new information that was presented, factual information, that changed the listener, or the reader in this case, understanding of the subject.